Deep in the Sundarbans, a honey collector staggers out of the mangroves at dawn, shirt shredded to hell, face peeled back in strips, but alive, yo. In his fist, a chunk of black striped hide still twitching with blue sparks. Local rangers bag it as poacher bait. 2 nights later, every radio in the sector picks up the same damn transmission. His voice, cool as iced tea. It ain't no tiger. It's the river itself, wearing stripes. Then the signal drowns in a roar hitting 142 decibels, louder than a freaking jet taking off. Whatever came for him didn't just hunt the dude, it marked him, and it's still hungry as hell. They call the Sundarbans the beautiful forest, but that's straight up PR bullshit. 10,000 square miles of knee-deep sludge, air thick enough to chew, tides that'll snatch a grown man faster than a gator snagging a duck. The honey hunter's been working these channels forever, know every route, every tiger trail, every ghost story the mangroves spit out. October 8th, the crew, 5 hard cases, pushed their skiff into the river at slack tide. Mission, hit the giant hives dangling off the trees. Easy cash, except the bees ain't buzzing. Hive clusters dead silent, wax combs hang shredded, dripping black goo that steams when it hits water. No swarm, no honey, just this nasty residue. Lab geeks later clock it at 42% sulfur, 18% unknown proteins. Smells like a struck match left in fish guts. Dude pokes the goo with a machete, blade hisses like bacon on a hot skillet. Something licked the hive clean, tongue marks, big ones. They should have bounced, but the village is starving, so they push deeper. Sun drops like a guillotine, fog rolls in thick as cotton, GPS flatlines. By 1900 hours, crews split. One guy solo on a mud bar, brothers fanning out for straggler hives. That's when the first wrong-ass thing goes down. Low wet pop, like a knuckle cracking underwater. Then silence so complete the crickets sound like gunshots. Headlamp catches it, tiger print in the mud, fresh. But the stride? 22 feet between steps. Normal bangles top out at 10. Prints messed up, toes splayed wrong, 6 forward, 2 back. Center pad glows faint turquoise, pulsing like a dying phone. He radios the crew, static. Then his brother's voice, thin as paper. Bro, the water's rising around me, but the tide's going out. Cut to the brother's cam, knee deep in a channel, water climbing his thighs, his waist, upward like the river's inhaling. His scream cuts to white noise. Dude bolts. Finds the brother's machete floating upright, blade down, stuck in mud. No blood, no body, just the machete vibrating like something's humming through the steel. Blade's edge is melted, droplets cooling into glass. That's anomaly 1. Anomaly 2 hits at 2200 hours. Crew reunites at camp, 5 down to 4. Huddle around a fire that won't catch, wood soaked, but it ain't rained in days. Flames finally spark, burn blue. Shadows stretch wrong, taller than the men, bending toward the trees like iron filings to a magnet. Thermal cam catches a heat signature size of a pickup truck gliding between trunks. No legs, just a ripple. One guy's the only one who clocks it full, describes it later. Tiger stretched over a croc skeleton, but the stripes move on their own, swirling like oil on water. Eyes? 2 furnace coals floating 3 feet above the shoulders. Crew bolts. Don't make 50 yards. Boots splashing, wet slurp, then just the one dude breathing like a busted bellows. Wakes at dawn on a root knot 20 feet up. No memory of climbing. In his hand, that chunk of hide, still warm. Follicles glow, pumping bioluminescent fluid in rhythm with his pulse. He scumbles out the mangroves at 0600. Rangers find him, bag the sample, quarantine the sector. Run DNA, 78% Panthera tigris, 22% unclassified. Mitochondrial markers don't match jack squat terrestrial. His radio message 2 nights later, last anyone hears from the sector. Static, then a kid's voice singing a lullaby, backwards. So what the hell is it? Mutant? Relic? Or something the river cooked up when nobody was looking? One thing's sure, it ain't done feeding. 48 hours later, the village goes dark. But how do you fight a predator that hunts like the tide itself? Village population 87, night of October 11th. Charm lines ash and chili powder around the perimeter. Every dog rigid, hackles up, staring at the same patch of black water. Night watch leader, ex-honey hunter, lost 2 fingers to a croc, packs a rifle older than sin. Eyes on the water, it comes with the mist. Fog boils off the river, thick as milk. Temp plummets 18 degrees in 90 seconds. First contact is sound, low-frequency thrum, 28 hertz. Whale heart shit, makes your fillings ache. Dogs explode into howls, then silence, eyes roll white. The thing don't break the surface, it unfolds from it. Body like a tiger but proportions jacked. Torso too long, legs jointed backward, tail split into 2 whip-thin tendrils, taste in the air. Head, no skull, just flexible muscle and light. Face blooms open, petals of cartilage revealing a lamprey mouth ringed with glowing lures. Don't roar, it sings. Subsonic chord lock your joints. First shot, misfire. Bullet freezes mid-air, encased in ice, drops like a rock. Attack lasts 47 seconds, but feels like years. Huts tilt as stilts get sucked downward. Fisherman lifted by his shadow, darkness grabs his ankles, yanks him through the floorboards. Don't kill for food, it's samples. One dude loses his left arm to the elbow, wound cauterized by frost. Another wakes missing his voice, larynx gone, throat sealed. Footage catches the worst. The thing wearing the watch leader's skin like a coat, molded, face still moving, eyes blinking out of sync. Uses his voice to call the kids. Come outside, kiddo, daddy's cold. 18 souls gone, not dead, taken. Charm line intact, but the ash is now glass, fused at 1400 degrees, etched with tiger stripes. By dawn, the village's ghost platform. Thing leaves one clue, paw print in the glass, inside a human tooth still bleeding. Rangers evac the sector, but the elder lady refuses, calls it the ghost tiger, says it's been sleeping under the roots since the world was soft. It wants the river's debt. We pay, or it drinks us dry. But what debt does a jungle owe a monster that predates bone? October 12. 22 survivors on a mud spit. Elder draws a new circle with salt from their own tears. No guns, no drones, just the old playbook. Weaponized silence. Smear bodies with mud and cremation ash. Drop skin temp to match the river. Phase 1. The lure. Skiff drifts mid-channel with a goat kid painted in glow algae. Bleats looped through a speaker. Thing rises at 0247. Same unfold, same song. Nets drop from the canopy weighted with stones and tangle the tendrils. Chili oil burns its lures blind. Phase 2, the mirror. Dudes on stilts hold polished bronze shields, angle moonlight into its face. Light fractures the glow, scrambles navigation. It screams like glaciers, Calvin. River boils. Core temp spikes to 60 degrees. It's cooking itself. Phase 3, the debt. Elder wades chest deep, clay pot sealed with wax inside the tooth and hide sample. Smashes it, magnesium flash from frog toxin. Think convulses, form collapses, stripes bleeding into the water like ink. For one heartbeat, it's just a massive, tired tiger, then it sinks. Silence. Dogs bark. Temp climbs. Survivors wait till sunrise. Village intact, glass circle cracked, single paw print leading away into deep mangroves. Rangers call sector clear, DNA and water negative, but the elder carves a new charm post at dusk. Wood bleeds blue sap. It sleeps, but rivers remember. Underwater cam 60 feet down, massive silhouette curled around glowing eggs. One cracks, tiny stripe pulses. Honey hunters go back to work, redraw charm lines wider, teach kids a new prayer. Every slack tide, they listen for the thrum. Some debts don't die, they just wait for the next hungry moon.